Hey there, planners. Today I'm going to be setting up my one book for One Book July for the week of July 5th through the 11th. So go grab your planners and let's get planning. All right, let me talk just a little bit about these beautiful supplies that I have here. So this is the kit in the monthly subscription box from Simply Gilded this month. I've got just this amazing, beautiful washi. The theme of the box this month was whale tail. I believe it's still available on the Simply Gilded website if you'd like to go check that out. But just a really beautiful, soft, very holographic, lots of holographic foiling. Some numbers, some icons, and then the sticker kit, which is amazing. The bow seals, and then also the acetate and vellum sheets. Really, really beautiful. These are vellum sticky notes. I also have some stickers that I actually printed and cut myself from a couple of shops on Etsy. One is Paper Planner Club, and then the other one is the Planner Shack. And they're kind of mermaid theme, ocean theme, just keeping in theme with what I've been using in July so far. But these are really beautiful. And I have a Cricut, so I like to purchase printable digital files on Etsy and then print and cut them myself. If you all would like to see more about that process, actually walking through that process, let me know down in the comments below, because I could do a video on that for Cricut. I have a Cricut, I don't have a Silhouette, but I could definitely do it for Cricut. These are the supplies, and I'm going to go ahead and open up my planner and get started. So before I get to the decoration, I did want to comment, because in my setup video, I talked about having the cover that had the elastic strap was not really the one I ordered. I was waiting on the one I ordered. Well, this is the one I ordered. So this is a B6 Snap Folio from Printpressions in the color Moroccan Clay. And it is exactly what I wanted. I am super excited with this. So now I have two because I did get the elastic one, which just has like the T-in elastic without the snap, which is nice. I like it. It's just not my style of planner cover. So this one, I love this, that it has the double snaps. Right now I'm able to keep it on the first one. As my B6 stalogy grows, I will move out to the second one, and I've got plenty of room. I have, since getting the cover, done some decoration on the inside, which I can step through. So I've got a couple of, all of this is homemade. These are little card inserts that I printed and then laminated. That's just got the A on it, and I went ahead and did it double-sided. In case I wanted to switch up the look there, I can use both sides. And that's just, you know, in a Word document, making the letter A and putting it over an image that I got from Pixabay. This is one of my favorite Bible verses that I printed on here, and it just says this moment at the top, and that's Esther 4:14. Perhaps this is the moment which you have been created. So I love that, and keep that right there. And then I've got my goals on this one, really shorthand for goals written on this one. And then also just in black and white there in case I want to change the look. I love this little sticker so much, and I really like that it goes with the colors here, that I actually put it on some paper and cut it out and laminated it, and it just says unlimited potential. And then this was just an extra piece of cardstock that I had that fit there really well, and it says note to self, relax. So that's what's in the front pockets here. I do have this, my daughter is actually working at Starbucks this summer. That's her summer job this summer. She is a rising senior, so we are all enjoying her working at Starbucks and learning all the secret menu items. But she brought me one of the stickers because they have a lot of these stickers, and so she brought me one. So I went ahead and laminated it and stuck it in there. So that's what's going on in the front pocket. In the back pockets, I have just this little teacups. This was actually a card someone sent, and I thought this was so pretty, and so I cut it out and laminated it. I just thought that was so cute, and I love how the colors go with the planner. And then I've got task cards back here, and again, I made these all, printing them out and then laminating them. But this is a no recipes dinner. So when I am meal planning, I like to keep handy dinner ideas that require no recipe. They're just kind of throw together items like, you know, BLTs or you know, soup and grilled cheese or hot dogs, you know, things like that. Just quick ideas for when we've got those very busy nights. This is weekly tasks, so just a list of items to remember to put in my weekly planner, and I'm actually going to leave that out since I'm setting up the week. I will be referencing these, so I'll set that over here to the side. Planning routines, so daily, weekly, and monthly. Planning routines, things I like to get done in those time frames, just as a reference. And then the last one is the monthly task, and that's kind of a checklist of monthly items that I need to make sure I'm including in my planner. So that is how I've set this up. I'm really happy with the planner cover itself and kind of how I've got it set up right now. I don't really believe in planner piece as a, you know, as a state of planning that you arrive to and never change again. So I'm sure at some point in time I will switch this up, but at least for the month of July, I'm loving this setup right here. All right, so let's get to the week. I always begin my weekly setup with a week at a glance page, and this is where I actually draw out the days of the week, date them, and create a couple of weekly trackers and a week at a glance type section. This is where kind of my catch-all items for the week go. It also gives me a great way to just see the week all at one time. I use several different templates. I kind of set up the week differently each week, and I have a Pinterest board. I'll have the board linked in the description box below that I used for inspiration for different setups for the week. I use date headers and washi tape and a bunch of other supplies that I'll have linked all down in the description box below if you want to see the different supplies I'm using. So what I'll put in the weekly boxes are appointments, action items, just kind of mapping out how the week will go. Anything that's assigned to a specific date goes in the weekly boxes. I'm using these adorable little date covers from Simply Gilded, the hearts with the dates on them. I'm also using the sticker kit for mermaids that I got off Etsy, which I'll have linked below as well. I do create several sections down at the bottom of the page. I have certain things that I'm tracking weekly, some things that I want to see it on a weekly basis, like my weekly meal plan, the weather. I try to use decoration and really set the tone for what the theme of the week is going to be on this weekly setup page. So I will fill in the weather as I get closer to the week, but it helps when you're thinking about, you know, do you have an outside activity? You know, does it need to be switched to a different day? This week, I am actually going to be traveling, so I am setting up a special place for a packing list so I can keep dumping ideas there as they come to me. I do have a great master packing list that I pull from, but this will help me specifically for this trip. I'm setting up my morning routine tracker, which was part of my goals for the month of July. So I'll use this section to track if I'm sticking to my morning routine, which is going to be challenging considering I'm on vacation this week. And then I also have a section for a master to-do list, anything that I think of that's not necessarily assigned to a specific date. All right, so there is my this week setup, and I like to start each one of my weeks with one of these pages because I will go ahead and set up daily pages, one for each day. But I do like to have sort of a week at a glance page for when something's coming in or, you know, I get a phone call that says, hey, can you do such and such? This is where I would come to see everything that I need to do that week. It's also a place where I keep track of the weather, to-dos that aren't necessarily tied to a specific day. And so this is kind of how I set up the week. I'm going to go ahead and plug some things into the days just so you can see what that looks like. All right, so here's a good start to the week, and I'll keep filling it in as I go, but at least I've got the major items plugged in. You know, the meal plan's not completely done yet, so I'll keep filling that in. I'm still a couple of days away from the beginning of the week, so I'm going to fill in the weather as I get closer to the week, and then I also went ahead and marked next week is a vacation week for me, so I'm super excited. I marked all those days off work. And then kind of set up the packing list area. So this is my week at a glance. Now I'm going to go ahead and set up the daily pages, and I'll show you what that looks like once I get them set up and kind of talk about how I use this week at a glance versus the daily pages. So I really hope you enjoyed seeing the weekly setup and how I'm doing that in this one book for July, which is the B6 stalogy. I've got my week at a glance page, which is really kind of that high level view of everything going on this week, where I capture master task lists, things that aren't necessarily assigned to a day. And, you know, if I have things coming in, this is where I would come to see, you know, how do I fit this into my week? And then I also have my daily pages set up for my daily Bible verse and any journaling, as well as specific things going on that day. These pages are a bit of memory keeping and a bit of functional planning. So as I'm actually going through the week, I will flip back and forth between this page and this page, and even sometimes come back the next day and fill in the rest of the journaling and memory keeping. So I really hope that this gives you some inspiration, that you enjoyed seeing how I am using One Book July and how I am setting up the daily pages and weekly pages. I would love to hear from you, ideas for things that I should incorporate into my daily pages. Do you use daily pages and weekly pages? How are you using One Book for July if you're doing that? If not, how's planning going this July? If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Planning Annie for more content like this, and as always, thanks for planning with me.